left. Or no.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Night Standard. I'm Matthew Minier, joined here with
Justin Blackburn.
Yeah, Justin Blackburn. Today our round one match is Jake Valentine and Doug Nelson, two very good Standard players, and we're gonna see what they got going. Right now the meta's really wide open, so hopefully we see a lot of fun things.
So
we're gonna get their decks up here in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume Jake is on some teamer build.
No,
he's not. All right.
Yeah, so Jake got this. I think the core components of this list from Clayton Cardinal. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's another player here who's very good at the Standard format. And
he's
Doug
my
is,
favorite
on red-green aggro list. I'm not. All right, so Doug, as of last week, I think, was still on Mardu vehicles, so I'm not sure what's all in this green-red aggro list, but hopefully we'll see an explosive start from him that can beat this Sultai deck, which is going to just play pack full of control and removal.
So, do you think it's more of like the red-green monsters, or do you actually think it's like mono-red aggro with green? I feel like both are actually kind of viable here.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever. I actually think 90% of decks that anyone come up with are viable in Standard. The format's just so open right now. It's nice.
Yeah, as long as you're playing ops.
I'm trying to think of green or red-green creatures that Doug's playing, but nothing comes to mind. I know Huatley is red-green, right? The version from Rivals, I believe.
They were red, green, and green, or red, white, and green, white. There were no red, green.
Oh, were
ones.
they? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. And there weren't any aggressive, or like, there weren't any cheap dinosaurs, but there were. What's the Registar Alpha?
Yeah, I mean we still have
right, the 5-mana one.
Yeah, the 5/1 that makes a 3/3 when it enters.
Right.
We still have the dragon that I, for some reason, I'm not thinking of the name of. That's very good at killing creatures.
Glorybringer?
Yeah, Glorybringer, of course.
I'm not sure if we're going that. I feel like he'd be playing Phoenix. I don't know. The word aggro makes me think forward less, like just mono red.
Yeah.
But
I guess I agree with you there.
Figure it out. Okay, so some green cards.
Oh, Galta.
No, it's way too high.
Is it?
Well, he might play. I don't know. Merfolk Branchwalker is definitely a card that we should be seeing here. Let's see what he draws.
Got Hashed Up Oasis.
It just looks like a lot of lands.
Yeah.
It looks like 7 lands.
It looks like a mulligan for both players here. No, he has a Ronus.
No, Jake's hand looks fine. Jake has everything he needs.
Does he?
Chart the
Okay.
courses,
I didn't, I saw a chart
Oh, no,
course.
there's a Glorybringer there. No, that's not a mountain. So he has Glorybringer.
Oh, it's not. Glorybringer, Ronus, and 5 lands.
I didn't see the Ronus, but is that...
The Ronus is the last card in his hand.
Okay. Yeah, I see it now. All right.
Is he really keeping that? It's not great.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I would mulligan for Doug. He didn't have anything, especially if he's a true lane aggro deck. There's he had nothing going for him there. Jake's hand is right where it wants to be though. He had 3 lands, 2 chart of courses, a removal spell I think, and one that I didn't quite see.
I didn't quite see it.
It might have just been a 4th land.
The only cards I saw were the chart of course and the sunken hall, or not sunken hollow, the blue-black check land.
I thought I saw a fatal push.
Yeah, we get a kind of view. It looks like 2 chart of courses.
There's a drowned catacomb, 2 chart of courses.
There, that was he fanned it for a second. Blooming Marsh.
Yep, Blooming Marsh, Aether Hub.
I don't know. So.
And I can't see the far
so
card.
I mean, do you know what he cut for Attune to Aether? Because I know that list was originally playing it.
Yeah. So Attune with Aether, you just kind of move over to, I think Chart of course is the big card that is swapped in, just getting more card draw that way in the early turns. Because all Attune really was just value. You were just, cutting a card from your deck and just gaining energy. So Chart of course is kind of doing the same thing here.
Yeah, and then it worked well with the...
It's just like a brainstorm or anticipate kind of, and you're just cantripping. This is really all Attune for Aether was. But Attune with Aether was so good because it wasn't just cantripping, you're also just fixing your mana guaranteed.
Yeah. Which
was huge. Ooh, Ravenous Chupacabra. Alright, so, yep, we're going to see this first Strata course. We might get this timer going at the top, so they're not in turns. Don't be fooled by that. They should be at about 48 minutes. We'll see.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
All right, so he discarded a swamp. All right, there's the Branch Walker. That's what I wanted to see from this green-red aggro.
Sure, yeah.
Two and a Braid. All right, that's pretty good.
I think...
probably keep that on top.
Yeah.
I mean, going in blind, every deck's playing creatures, and you need removal for them. And he doesn't have anything better. He might be looking for another land, though. I'm not sure if I see another one in his hand. All right, he's leaving on top. Kenner Earthshaker, that's what it's called. So he has that, so that's another good
Earthshaker
card. Yeah, Earthshaker?
Earthshaker, Kenner, not Kenner Earthshaker.
Oh.
But, I mean, yeah, it is the same thing.
I was close.
If you Google them both, they will both come up.
Oh, will they?
I'm sure.
Field of Ruins. That's
I don't know how Google works.
So we're taking out Doug's.
That was
I mean, it
a
doesn't
really
do much
aggressive
against
play.
Doug since he's in 2 colors, so he's still going to have that mountain or the forest. He has a mountain in hand, I think. So
Oh, okay.
that's why we're grabbing the forest, which means that he's probably playing...
What do you expect from Jake here? An island? Or, no, he doesn't need that island.
He can get whatever he needs.
No, he did get an island. All right.
He already has all his colors, so...
Yeah. But it does look like Jake is going to take 3 to the face. Or 4, right? That's a 4-3?
I believe it is a 3-2.
3-2? I don't know standard. I don't know why they asked me to do this.
The 2-1 that explores. I
Okay, yeah, that sounds correct.
Yeah, 3-2. It's still very strong. I mean,
yeah,
3-2.
Branch Walker is
and
just a very good card. Like, there's a few kind of 2-drops that...
So this play was also just good, and that since he knew about the Abrade on top because it was explored, so he definitely wanted to get rid of that, which is pretty good. All right, so we're swinging it. Next turn, we're just going to see a Chupacabra here from Jake. All right. Let's see. Doug's second main. He should get something on. Yep, here we go. Some more exploring. So he gets to explore twice with this one. It starts as a 2-2? 2-1?
I think it's a 2-1.
Yeah, I think it's also 2-1.
Right, because
So,
I know it becomes a 4-3.
Yeah, so we're going to explore, and then might as well...
And then Doug is going to act surprised.
We
Ooh,
want
wow.
land. Also pitch that. We need to find a land. We did get a 4-3, though. So
those were 2 really good flips. If Doug had more lands, he would be rolling.
All right, so I think right now we kind of got the gist of what Doug's deck is.
Oh, and Jake has a Scarab God, so...
Yeah. Well, Chupacabra for now.
Yeah, but Scarab God always gets you. It is a brutally powerful card.
Well, yeah, especially since Reclending Phoenix, Ronus, Doug has infinite value for the Scarab God to get here. So I think Jake's looking forward to that. But right now, Jake needs to secure this board today. He has the second Chupacabra, which is going to handle the Branch Walker, but... Alright, Doug got another one. There's a forest. That's going to be his land for turn. So that's pretty good.
Wow.
And that's so notice that since they are 2-1s, Chupacabra can trade favorably with either of them. So that's good for Jake. Especially since he got rid of that Abrade. But
I feel like this is
going to
be Kennerid. It's either going to be Kennerid or Magnus Braid. I feel like Kennerid. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to put on a clock. A fast one, because he knows that the moment Jake gets to start reanimating things with the Scarab God, he's out of this game. Because I believe Ronus is 5 or more, so he can just activate target Ronus, and now he has a 4/4 indestructible. And here we go.
See,
so Doug has 1 turn to get rid of this before Jake just gets a free indestructible Ronus, followed by 2 free Explorers and a 4/4. That could become a 6/6.
Actually, he drew in a Braid. If Jake chooses to walk for some reason using Scarab God, Scarab God
Doug
can
doesn't
die.
have any great lines. What is this? The green creature on Doug's far right.
In his hand?
Yeah, I believe it has internalized give target, or when it enters the battlefield, I believe it's like a 1/1 or 2/2 for 2 mana.
I believe it's
give
a
target
2/2.
creature you control +X/+X, where X is its power, and then you can internalize it to do the same.
Yeah.
So it starts at 2, and then it becomes 4 when you internalize it, or is it? Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah. What you said is correct.
That's pretty good. So that'll keep our Branch Walker alive.
Yeah.
Or Earthshaker, either one.
That's why I just love that card. That card was so good when and I got it
I would
sealed.
put it on the Branch Walker with the counter though. That way it can't be blocked by the Scarab God. Or I mean it could be, but Jake would lose that. And Jake doesn't really want to do that.
Yeah, Doug actually has
straight for the Ronus.
Sorry, no, we just keep talking at the same time. I'm not used to this stuff yet. But Doug does have that removal if Jake at all chooses to block. Actually, could Doug be forcing lethal here?
Doug would fire it off beforehand.
Or no, like it has to Scarab God taking damage would be its death to removal. Like Doug has an Abrade and a Magma Spray. If Jake blocks with the Scarab God, it's dead.
With Scarab God. And if not, you can just Magma Spray the Chupacabra if that's the only thing blocking. And I feel like that's what I would do for Jake. This isn't lethal and it's not even close because the moment you get back Ronus, you have complete control of the game, and Jake knows that. Especially since he can also reanimate Ronus, get a Scry, and then chart a course. So I'm not sure what the target was for the green creature that was played that gives the 2/2 buff. But if it is the Branch Walker, you'd probably want to Magma Spray that beforehand.
I think.
Yep.
I think he bumped. So I think he buffed the Earthshaker.
Yeah, it was either Earthshaker or the other Branch Walker.
Yeah, I mean that would be the best way to distribute damage out.
Well, yeah, especially since he wanted the Scarab God to block the big Branch Walker so you can Magma Spray it. Okay, so Jake's gonna try to course before, so he didn't choose to reanimate Ronus in his upkeep, which wasn't necessarily the right play, but it definitely wasn't wrong.
I think Jake is just trying to.
He's just trying to get a feel of what he has first, which is.
He drew Vraska's Contempt off that. That's really good.
I still just go straight for the Ronus though.
Discard Champion.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because we can just internalize that, so he's not losing any value on that.
Why would you internalize when you can just get it off of Scarab God?
That is true.
It's less mana and it's better for the memes.
I would go for the Ronus first though. It has indestructible.
Oh yes, the
Branch Walker.
The Ronus is very much the correct option here. Is Scarab God's activation 5 or 4?
It costs 4.
4? Yeah, so you can do
Blue, black, and 2 generic.
Yes. All right. So, do you think Doug is gonna fall for the getting Ronus reanimated and blocking immediately?
I think Doug has a choice. Doug has to keep pressuring him, and there's nothing he can really do. He can't play this Reclending Phoenix. He really just can't do anything. What he does have is this Oasis land that gives one of his things +3/+3, but I do believe that is sorcery speed only.
Yeah, actually.
I know one of the lands was instant, but I'm not sure if that was it or not.
Scarab God's a 5/5. Ronus can attack or block unless you have a 5, right?
What was that? Oh yeah, Ronus is 5 or greater.
It's 5 or greater? Okay,
yeah, so it'll be instantly active.
So Jake isn't dead here, but he's in a really bad position.
So he has to get back.
He's
champion of wits. I don't know.
I think he's gonna lose. I think he's gonna lose his Scarab God in this, because he's being threatened with lethal. He has to double block or he dies.
No, he also has a rest because sometimes he has options.
Oh yeah, you're right. Of course.
So we
looks like a Ronus
the big
here.
Branch Walker. We gain 2, and then we take 6. That's 1 out. Or we just get back Ronus. No, he's perfectly fine. Or we get back.
Is he choosing Phoenix? Huh. Oh, I guess Jake does. No, he doesn't. What? I don't.
Well, I think he wants this.
I don't get that
Maybe
play.
he doesn't know that Ronus is indestructible, and he didn't want to lose Ronus. I see no reason for us to get the Phoenix when we have Ronus, but alright. So he's blocking this Kenner because he knows that Doug doesn't have double red. And we're gonna Braid Scarab God.
Yeah, he's finishing off that Scarab God.
Yep. That's what Doug has to do, but
Jake is the 2 here, right?
Oh no, Phoenix does live, okay. Yeah, Jake is 2. I'm just not sure why we didn't get back Ronus. Asking now it's a good thing though, because we don't have the Scarab God anymore. Alright, this turn we have up to 7 mana to do things. Vraska's Contempt the Eternalized creature, or just play the Scarab God. I think I've already.
Does he have another Scarab God?
What?
Oh yeah, he got it
Scarab God
back.
comes back.
Yeah. Did he? I don't see it in his. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it.
Remembered it. Even if you don't remember it, I do believe the judge ruling is that you just pick the next phase to return it to your hand.
Is it a May?
Wow,
it's not.
No,
That card is really good. I don't know. I was thinking Chupacabra, but I don't know how to play this deck clearly.
I think he wants to go for the Scarab God since he
Yeah.
cycled. He's gonna play his Aether Hub and then just jam it. He does have Vraska's Contempt open, which isn't bad. It gains him 2 life. That way he can stay at a Lightning Strike range, which I do like.
It's not bad, but I think
Yeah, he's
something
going for
else is
that.
better.
Or he's going for
What?
Gonti?
Conti isn't horrible either.
Chupacabra.
I was covering
Okay,
it.
yeah, he has so many options. All aren't bad. I like the Vraska's Contempt though, just because Lightning Strike is a card. Not that I mean, I'd imagine Doug has at least a couple in his deck, but he was playing a Braids, so he might not actually.
Phoenix and what's his other?
It's a Forest, yeah. So he's gonna go ahead and activate this Desert.
Yeah.
So now he's a 5/5.
Force a block
He goes
here.
+6 +3 and Trample.
It doesn't give a trample? I thought it was just a giant growth.
Nope, never mind, not Trample. Just +3 +3. That's unfortunate. I thought it was Trample. That'd be good.
That'd be really good. I feel
don't
like
know about really good. It would just be.
I mean I feel like that card would see more play. It seems like a 2 of in a lot of these decks, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think all the Deserts are fine. All the Pain ones. Like. We literally take damage from our lands in every single format, and this is just another one where you get value.
Not in
lands.
Pauper.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, yeah, I cause my opponents damage in Pauper, but that's because I sacrifice them to a Tog. That's a different story.
All right, so we're gonna cast a Gonti.
Gonti's really good here, because if Gonti... Wow.
That's a lot of lands. That's really
2
good,
Glory
though.
Bringers,
He
2
pumped
Root
double
Bound
red,
Crag.
So he doesn't get the...
Did he...
back.
He grabbed a Glory Bringer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just take any card, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Glory
mean,
Bringer's the right
he
one.
can actually
All right, so we're leaving up Vraska's
do
Contempt,
Glory Bringer.
And so we leave up both creatures in case if he gets the Kenra. That can make one of his creatures not be able to block, so then he's going to need the Contempt and a good blocker. Alright, so now he's at a point where he can play a creature and swing in with Phoenix. So he's no longer just dead to a...
Why didn't he have Vraska's Contempt at the end of the turn? Was it... I mean...
He didn't need to. He's waiting for a bigger threat if need be.
Alright, well, Doug...
If he plays like a Phoenix, he wants to be able to remove the threats that he can't otherwise normally remove. Now he has double Contempt, so he's probably going to just cast one off. I'm not sure why we didn't cast Vraska, though. We didn't have enough mana, that's why. Okay. So we should have cast a Glorybringer last turn?
There
so
we
had
go.
Glorybringer and Vraska's Contempt up?
I don't think he had the mana for that. I think he played one of these lands just now.
Okay, I'm not sure, but if he did, he should have done that. Oh, no, yeah, we should have played Vraska because we have the treasure, too, from destroying it. Alright. Getting in. I like this attack because he obviously has the Vraska's Contempt, so even if he does Eternalize the Kenra, he's good. And Doug probably knows that Jake has removal because of that attack. There's just no question about it. Right now he's just going to cast a Phoenix, hope it resolves, and doesn't die.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
going to resolve,
it's
but
gonna.
it's not going to stick around.
Yep. Jake's going to Contempt it probably at EOT. And then we plus get a Pirate, and we have 6 coming in. So that's going to put him on a 2-turn clock.
Yeah.
And with second Contempt, Jake should have this one wrapped up. Also Glorybringer. And one unknown card in his hand. Oh, the Scarab God. It's not unknown. It's a Scarab God.
Did he have 2?
What? No, it comes back.
No, did he draw one and then have
no,
one back?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he's double Vraska's Contempt. And
Oh, that's what that card is. Okay. I mean, it's incredible for a format that I stream almost weekly. I still have no idea what's happening. Like, I mean, I can appreciate like good plays and I can know what's happening, but I never think about lines of play.
Minus on the Phoenix. That seems aggressive. So Vraska's dead.
Is Vraska dead?
Yeah, he minused and then minused. Not sure why. There
should be tokens there.
I don't
know what they're doing.
Alright.
Wow.
Can we put Vraska in the graveyard, please?
Thank you.
I'm not sure. Alright.
Good riddance.
We had the mana at end of turn to Vraska's Contempt it, so I have no idea why we chose not to do that, but... who knows? And he doesn't have the mana to cast both Vraska's Contempt now, so he literally had no reason for not casting.
I don't know. I mean, I think either way, Jake's really got this game.
Oh, no, yeah. Jake's had it secured. Yep,
yeah, there. Okay.
Right.
Let me see the Conceiving Dog.
Game 1.
Yep.
Side of the sideboards, Jake going to bring in a lot more, or any more Vraska's Contempt he has. He needs all 4. If he can do that, he saw
at least 2.
2 Eternalized creatures and the Phoenix. So 3 reasonable threats that he needs to exile. And then for Doug, he's going to be on the play, so I don't know if he wants to make any real changes. He wants to stay pretty aggressive. He didn't have that. SC start was actually pretty fine. Turn 2 Branch Walker. No, he didn't hit double red though, so he couldn't have cast his Phoenixes.
Yeah, it seems keepable.
If Doug had better mana that game, I think he could have won. Because
yeah, I definitely agree.
Because he just passed a couple turns. Because he couldn't do anything. So if he, yeah, so I think Doug's deck is fine. I'm not sure what he would side in. Probably take out the Abrades, put in Lightning Strikes, but if that's something that he has the utility of.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that you would have.
Ryan the Rhino. We are based out of Mason, Ohio. So at GameSwap in Mason, Ohio, it's just north of Cincinnati.
Yeah, come sell us your stuff.
All right.
Gotta plug that as much as we can.
So another thing for Jake, probably wants to go. I'm not sure what all he has, but he definitely wants more Scarab Gods. If he has excess in the sideboard, I know some of them. Yeah, I'm not sure why the wire's still on the camera. I'll fix that in between rounds. Yep.
Whoa, it fixed
Or
itself.
we'll do it right now.
Spooky Ghost Man did it.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, so Louisville isn't that far away from here, so you can just. It's probably like an hour drive.
Yeah, neither of us drive. This is probably not the best.
Alright. I'm not sure where Jake went, but.
Jake is gone now. He's probably coming to yell at me again.
He might need more sleeves. I saw some of him were splitting earlier.
Ryan Theorino, thank you for following. What does that say? We're at Katie? What?
What?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, no, he was asking another...
Oh, neat.
Alright. So things that I want to see from Doug that we didn't see game 1. Hazoret and
Ooh,
Alpha.
he has the the Aftermath card, the green-red one, the one that does damage for lands you control.
Oh, to target creature, right?
Not yeah. Player. Yes, it's target creature.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it does kill Scarab Gods pretty easily. I mean, of course they come back, but it does kill them. Looks like he took out Aronis and 2 Magma Sprays, and one other card I didn't see. So have you updated your modern deck yet? I feel like...
No. So, as everyone knows, Jace and...
Lovely
Bloodbraid Elf have been unbanned.
My true love.
As of right now, so modern-wise, for impact of these 2 cards coming in, at the moment, I don't think Jace has made his impact. Blood Red Elf, however, is pretty much in any red-green X deck. Jund, Teamer, whatever, it's going in there. The big one that I think Blood Red Elf's really made an impact on is Tribal Zoo, because you could literally cascade into so much more value. Tribal Flames, Mantis Rider, anything, and it has haste. So you're playing this really aggressive deck. Turn 4, you play Blood Red Elf, cascade into Mantis Rider, attack for 6 with haste. Seems pretty good.
That seems fine. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's the deck where it's having the most fun in right now. As for Jace, Jace is
just good. No, I mean,
he is homeless.
I feel like it's
So
not that he's homeless.
yet.
I feel like he's living everywhere.
Everyone's putting him in every deck, but he hasn't found any good sticks. There's no like deck list for Jace right now. There's not like a Grixis list or a Teamer list, Sultai list. There's nothing out there right now that is really actually putting up good numbers. But
I mean, I assume that he's gonna stick around and
he's gonna find a home.
He's gonna find a home in probably blue-white control or Lantern.
Yeah, blue-white control is just a deck that he's already going.
He's
in,
already
but the deck's
found a
not.
home.
Like, the deck as a whole isn't. Like, Jace is performing in blue-white control.
Yes.
But he's not really performing well in any other deck. All he really does is brainstorm the first turn and then dies. I don't know if anyone was watching last night on stream, but that's all Jace did. He got a couple brainstorms in. If I think that Jace is going to get a home anywhere, I think it'd be in... I want to see him in a Sultai list.
I don't know. I'm just excited to be casting my Blood-Braid Elves.
Yeah, I think overall, Blood-Braid Elf is the real impact. For now. Coming up at the next like SCG Open, that's when I would imagine that we start seeing some Jace decks find their way in Modern. But what do we think about Red Green Eldrazi? I'm assuming you mean Eldrazi Tron. I think that I like the deck a lot because well, Blood Sun, the one deck that can play Blood Sun. That's why.
Yeah.
Do I think it's good? It's not bad.
Mark.
Any Tron deck is fine. Yeah. So Mark Anlicker played it on an FNM a couple weeks ago. You can find the video and deck list in the YouTube archives for Top Deck Productions. I forget what happened in that match. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did not watch it.
I know for sure that he never found a Blood Sun, and I think he won too. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, that sounds like Mark.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mark did win. The deck overall, I know, went 3-1-1.
Yes, it performed pretty well.
So the deck's not bad. It's definitely one of the more fun lists of Tron. That and Blue Tron are the 2 Tron decks that I can watch and be fine with.
I am not okay with Blue Tron. I don't like that deck.
I like Blue Tron.
I don't know if anyone's seen any of my games against that, but I've even beaten it a couple times on camera. I am not a fan of that deck.
I didn't check the that event.
Oh.
Interesting.
Eldrazi Obligator. That is the one that steals a creature, isn't it?
I believe that is the... I'm looking up right now.
Wow, those Oh, he's not talking about Tron.
2-mana red one. 3-mana red one.
Yeah,
okay.
the one that takes creature.
Interesting.
He's not talking about Tron. He's just talking about red green Eldrazi.
Okay.
I mean, it still seems fine. They've got so much synergy and just good cards.
Red green Eldrazi. Interesting. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do my research on this, and I'll get back to you guys.
What are you doing? We have a laptop right here. Let's check it out.
Oh, that's too slow. Okay, so we're just playing like the...
Oh yeah, we've got Obligator up now. It's...
Alright, so we're just playing the Reality Smashers. So we're just red-green? Interesting.
I assume it's one of those just, like, good stuff lists.
Alright, let's check this list out.
This is from 2011.
What the heck?
I think this is a little before BFZ's debut.
Alrighty. All these lists are super old.
Yeah,
what was the name of the event?
I think it's the Lion. Lyon.
anti-Tron deck that was made to take advantage of all the green Tron decks.
Yeah, sounds good.
I mean, yeah, that seems like something that's really good at it with Eldrazi Obligator.
Yeah,
I feel like that's its only real matchup though.
I don't know. I never will deny any taking advantage of Tron. I don't think it's unfair. I just really like when it loses.
Do we have the Tribal Zoo list? I would. I don't have one that's updated with the Bloodbraid Elf, but I can get you guys one tonight.
I have my Nihilist, but that's not Tribal Zoo. That's just mean stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking up the finish for the line right now. Actually. Yeah. Okay, so while we're looking this up, Justin's gonna tell you about this board state right now, because I'm looking it up.
So we've got our. Seems like a. Oh wow, Doug missing a turn 3 play. I didn't get a look at his hand. I feel like he could be holding something up, but I feel like slamming a 3-drop is better. So he just has lands.
What? He's holding up.
No, I mean he even did the thing like where you just kind of like, why are you doing this to me, deck? Looks like Doug is just getting really hard flooded. No, he's cycling. All right, and he found another land. Doug doesn't look very happy. Then Jake just has that little pirate that poke him in the face.
Yep, it also explores if you exile 2 cards from a graveyard.
Yeah, but Jake is just using it to smack him.
The main thing about that is that was sideboard tech from Jake, so he can handle all these Eternalize and Phoenixes.
There's the Jargon.
Pretty sweet tech, actually. Durgan's gone.
Oh, Jargon.
Well, I mean, I don't think Doug could have had any possible hopes of having that resolve. That was his first creature. So.
I mean, it did resolve. It just didn't,
you know what I mean.
It didn't move to combat.
All right, guys. So I'm looking at the decks from that, and I'm not seeing it. But I'm still looking. I'll find it.
And a Scarab God.
I'm seeing a lot of humans.
I hate to say this so quickly, but I feel like this is just GG.
Yeah.
I mean, Doug has so many lands and just
Doug
not
is
enough
definitely done.
stuff
He didn't
to
have
do.
a creature till turn 5. Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
I think it was turn 6. Oh, well, okay. Well, he exiled Scarab God. That's something.
Oh, was it turn 6? That's even worse.
No, it looked like turn 5. But
yeah, 'cause it was a
turn 6, he took care of Scarab God and played a creature, so he actually might not be out of this, even though it seemed bleak. Jake still has another Scarab God.
All right, so I know it won, but I'm like looking at the. So I'm on Wizards website right now, and it just is giving me all the deck lists except for first through. It's not showing me like top 8, like the decks that actually mattered.
Oh well, I guess we can come back to it after this round and actually look for it.
All right, I found another link. Let's see. That link did not work. All right, we'll come back to this after round. Oh, so Wizards isn't an actual site? I guess you're right.
Wizards isn't an actual site? What?
Wait, I just looked at the GP.
Go to an actual site, Matthew.
Does Goldfish have it up?
Probably. Right. I don't know. Like,
yep, here it is.
I never use Goldfish as a priority, but it actually has never let me down.
1 Bird's Paradise, 4 Noble Hire, 3 Scavenging Ooze, 4 Eldrazi Obligator, 4 Matter Reshaper, 4 Thought-Knot Seer, 4 Reality Smasher, 2 Endbringer. So that's a pretty good creature package. It's pretty much very similar to Eldrazi Tron's package, except that you also have the Hierarchs and Birds of Paradise.
Yeah,
and the Skoos.
Skoos is so good.
And Obligator. So you got those 4 creatures from the red-green. That's being added. 4 Ancient Stirrings, 1 Forked Bolt. Interesting. 4 Lightning Bolts and 2 Dismember. All right. 1 Mind Stone.
It's cantrip.
4 Cavernous Souls, 4 Eldrazi Temples, 1 Forest, 4 Grove of the Burn Willows, 4 Kaplusan Forest, 1 Kessig Wolf Run, 1 Mountain, 1 Stomping Ground, 2 Wooded Foothills.
How many Kessig Wolf Runs?
1.
1? Okay.
What is, so there's a couple interesting one-ofs in this deck.
Karplusan is the pain land, correct?
Is which one?
What? Karplusan.
Karplusan?
Yeah,
that's the pain.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that seems like a fairly.
You also add the waste mana.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah.
of course.
So the red-green aggro deck is not working at all for Doug.
Yeah,
especially this game, it got stomped out instantly.
Doug's hand was far too slow to play against this.
I'm not sure why he hasn't been attacking with the pirate, especially since Doug's been just empty on everything. Hey, we finally got that Ronus. That should have happened last game.
Way to go, Jake. You got the sneak.
Oh, did he activate the pirate instead of
I believe he did activate the pirate.
Okay, yeah, so that's why he didn't attack with it if he activated it that turn.
I'm assuming he flipped the land then.
Alright, so overall this red-green Eldrazi looks pretty sweet. It looks...
You gonna build it, Mr. Manier?
Am I going to build it? No. I think a lot of decks are really sweet.
Yeah. Well,
decks are expensive.
I know how you are. You've started building a lot of decks.
Yeah, I have like 4 decks that are in construction.
Yeah, I remember that Sultai Commander
it seems
deck.
very aggressive. I like it a lot actually. The 4 lightning bolts and 4 engine stirrings. I like that with the double dismember package. It's pretty nice. The 1 forked bolt is interesting.
Forked bolt is 1 damage or
2 damage divided among you choose over anything.
That seems like a Noble Hierarch hate card. I feel like that's to wipe up humans.
Yeah, it's gonna be in there for humans, but I'm just trying to think if there's anything that they would rather play.
I mean, it
humans,
seems fine.
Lingering Souls, just that.
Yeah, they just want the damage. Is this game over? Yeah, this game is over.
The 3 Scoos in the main is also interesting, but it's not bad.
Scoos is one of those cards that you can play.
Oh yeah, you can play it anywhere.
You don't have to have it in your sideboard. It is just as good anywhere.
The mana base I do like a lot though.
Yeah, that sounded very tight.
It's just good in general. Like it's like perfect mana base. Like you should have no problems with it. So that's pretty sweet. And the deck's just really aggressive in general.
How many basic mountain or basic forests does it play?
Just 1.
Just 1?
1 of each for each basic. You don't need basics.
That seems really weak to Blood Moon. And they play mountain?
Yeah, 1 mountain.
They play mountain? Okay. I feel like 2 forests.
Yeah, Blood Moon will...
I mean, Blood Moon just turns them into mountains,
Blood Moon's
so...
But, I mean, let's see.
Blood Moon is still a pretty
We have Natural
common
State
card.
on sideboard.
Natural State? Alright, that's something.
And only Natural State. Interesting.
2?
Yep, just 2.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
there's 2 Grafter's Cage in the sideboard as well.
Yeah, it stops company and...
the Kozilek's return in the sideboard.
Card's great.
Especially against humans.
It's just instant
speed
Pyroclasm.
So there's 2 cages and 2 relics. Not sure how I feel about that. Especially since Blood Moon, like Justin just mentioned. Pyroclasm, do you think would be good in that deck? Yeah, Pyroclasm for sure.
I mean, that's what Kozilek is.
What?
That's what Kozilek's return is.
Yeah, it costs 1 more.
Yeah, but it's instant speed.
Pyroclasm is only going to kill your Scoos if it doesn't have any counters. Your Obligators and
your Mana
your
Dorks.
Matter Reshapers.
Your Mana Dorks.
So Matter Reshapers are cool. Like those are fine if they die. Yeah, Field of Ruin, that's definitely a good thing that you could add in. It's definitely not going to hurt, especially if you do need basics at any point. So that could actually help you with that. Yeah, we'll keep thinking about this deck, because I do like this a lot. So we're going to hit the outro, and you guys will watch some standard replays, and we'll be back.
Bye-bye.